Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Gloria Atta. Welcome. A new law enacted by the Kano State House of Assembly has technically reinstated Sanusi as Emir of Kano and dethroned Bayero and four other emirs. The lawmakers repealed the Kano State Emir's appointment and deposition law this Thursday, creating an inroad for former CBN Governor Lamido Sanusi to re-emerge. It will be recalled that the creation of new emirates fragmented the authority of the old Kano Emirate Council, diluting the power and influence. Meanwhile, sources have confirmed that Sanusi is expected in Kano on Friday. Majority Leader of the Kano State House of Assembly, Lawal Hussaini Chediya Riangurasa, says there is no single emir in Kano State at the moment. The lawmakers said this after the Kano State emir's appointment and deposition law was repealed this Thursday. Some operatives of the Department of State Services (DSS) this Thursday also stormed the palace of the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, as rumors of imminent deposition of the Emir thickened. This move is coming on the heels of the passage of the Kano State Emirates Council Amendment Law 2024 by the State Assembly Thursday morning. Some DSS operatives were stationed in the palace in the early hours of Thursday. Though the emir was said to have traveled to Ogun State on a private visit to Awujale of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetona, the security operatives were seen at the entrance of the palace, waiting for any eventuality. The law abrogated all offices created under the repealed law, and if assented by Governor Abba Kabiru Yusuf, it becomes law, and there are insinuations that the emir may be removed. The passed bill provides that the governor shall take all necessary measures to restore Kano Emirate to its previous position before the enactment of the repealed law. Meanwhile, Abdulateef Abubakar, a Kano-based journalist and publisher, has called for the creation of a new law that would restrict public office holders from interfering in matters of traditional institutions in the state, reacting to recent developments in the emirate, especially the dethronement of the 5 emirs and abolition of the 5 emirates in the state following the passage of a new emirate council law. Abdulateef condemned the continuous politicization of traditional offices in the state and is calling for immediate redress. Let's now join Clearview's correspondent for details.
Earlier this Thursday, the Kano State House of Assembly dethroned 5 emirs and abolished the 5 emirates in the state, following the passage of a new emirate council law by the House, technically dethroning Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero as Emir of Kano and recognizing former CBN Governor Lamido Sanusi as the Emir, sparking mixed reactions across quarters. Recall that Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero and the 4 emirates in the state were established under a controversial 2019 law. The law, which created 5 new emirates, was first assented to by ex-governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje on December 5, 2019. Sanusi, who became the 14th emir of Kano, was removed on March 9, 2020 by Ganduje's administration. He was then banished from Kano and sent to Loko, a remote community in Nasarawa State, by the administration of Governor Ganduje. The Ganduje administration thereafter added 4 new emirates to make it 5: Bichi, Karaye, Rano, Gaya and Kano, all as first-class emirs. The present State Assembly, however, this Thursday abolished all the new emirates created by former Governor Ganduje. Reacting to the developments in the state, a Kano-based journalist and publisher lamented the politicization of traditional offices in the state and is calling for a law to address the issue.
It's unfortunate that the seat of Kano Emir of Kano, has been politicized, in the sense that in the first instance, it was first subsidized by the administration of the immediate past administration, Abdullah Umar Ganduje, that decide to come up with Kano Emirate law that balkanized the Kano Emirate into 5 emirates then, because the due process were not followed. And it was very clear at that period that it was a bit of vindictiveness between him and Mohammed Sanusi that he led him to doing that. Because by the time it was even part of the campaign statement of Rabi Musa Konkoso, the NNPP presidential candidate in 2023 general election, that immediately they win the election, if NNPP wins the election in Kano, that they will restore Sanusi as the Emir and dissolve the other emirates. Those were part of the statement they made even before they came in. So when they came in now and they're doing this, it's not new. But the unfortunate situation right now is the fact that that means that any other government that comes in can as well do the same thing. So that means that the stool has been politicized and the essence, the traditional value and respect for that position is already been eroded. We've seen this play out in Kogi State when the former governor Yaya Bello removed some traditional leaders because he assumed that they made their party to fail in their area during the gubernatorial election. Yaya Bello did it, and some governors too did it in other places. So politicians have been playing with the stool of traditional rulers. So in this situation now, traditional rulers have become a pawn in a chess game for politicians right now. Except if we have a situation whereby there is the law that prevent politicians from appointing traditional rulers. If we don't have a situation like that, because you see, in every state, it is the governor that has the final say on the appointment of any first-class traditional rulers. So that is the problem.
He added that residents of the state are, however, anticipating reforms that would bring the much-needed socio-economic development.
Traditional leaders do not really have any constitutional role that they play in our politics, rather than giving advice and guidance to political leaders. Now, what will happen is definitely he will use his clout, his contact, his personality to make development work for Kano. That is expected.
Reports reaching Clearview News Desk says Aminu Bayero reportedly on Wednesday, May 22, fled the palace and Kano to Ijebu and is presently in Ilorin.
And as the Bola Tinubu-led administration marks its one-year anniversary, it has reaffirmed its commitment to implementing the Renewed Hope agenda aimed at positively impacting the socio-economic lives of all Nigerians. The SGF highlighted substantial investments in human capital development, including new healthcare facilities, upgraded existing ones, and education reforms, with various bills aimed at benefiting the masses.
I make bold to say that Nigeria under the present leadership has witnessed significant policy strides in various sectors, including but not limited to the presidential assent to the 2023 electricity bill, a move that dismantled monopolistic control over electricity generation, transmission, and distribution at the national and granted authority to state governments, corporations, and individuals to generate, distribute, and transmit electricity, thus decentralizing the power sector. Assent to the Nigeria Data Protection Bill 2023 that established a legal framework for safeguarding personal information and promoting data protection practices in Nigeria, and the challenging but very necessary removal of fuel subsidy, a long-standing policy notorious for fostering inefficiency and imposing significant fiscal strain on the government annually, and primarily benefiting the affluent and small class rather than effectively aiding the general public. It is hard to say that under President Tinubu's stewardship, his first year in office, witnessed significant strides in various sectors of the economy through prudent fiscal policies and strategic investment. The Nigerian economy has shown resilience and growth.
Earlier, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, emphasized President Tinubu's commitment to transparent information flow from government to citizens, urging media members to report honestly and patriotically, avoiding fake news and misinformation.
It is not just a government's responsibility, it is a responsibility for all of us. Government, the media practitioners, individuals, the bloggers, those in the social media space. Social media has come to stay with us. Nobody can do anything about that. The social media has come to stay. And the issue of misinformation and fake news is not just a Nigerian phenomenon. It is a problem the world over. It is not only Nigeria that is suffering it. But we have to ensure that we come together to clean up this space so that Nigeria can reach the desired prosperity. You cannot develop in an atmosphere that is toxic, in an atmosphere where someone just relates what he thinks he wants to relate.
The Minister of the Economy, Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu, stressed the need for state governments to prioritize uplifting citizens' living standards.
Is to restore macroeconomic stability that will ensure that investors, both domestic and international, put their pace in our economy once again. And we are all doing this without a blame game. One of the things that President was very clear about is not blaming anybody. Our strategy right, absolutely. We believe our strategy right is right, but it requires occasional calibration.
The one-year anniversary celebration will be low-keyed, with a focus on presenting the scorecard of various ministries and departments during the period. And in sports, in a dominant display, Atalanta emerged victorious at the Europa League final on Wednesday at the Aviva Stadium, Dublin, defeating Bayer Leverkusen 3-0. Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman stole the show with a phenomenal hat-trick, leading his team to a resounding win to help Atalanta claim their first ever European title. With his hat-trick, the former Everton winger joined an elite group, becoming the sixth player to score a hat-trick in the final of a major UEFA competition and the first since Jupp Heynckes in the 1975 UEFA Cup. Our correspondent reports that Demola Lookman also became the first ever African player to score a hat-trick in the finale of a major UEFA competition. Eunice Ella Eze tells us more.
The victory, which will be remembered as a landmark achievement in the club's history, propelled by Lookman's unforgettable hat-trick and Gasperini's tactical brilliance, making him the oldest manager to win a Europa League final at 66, was not just about ending Leverkusen's 51 unbeaten streak, but a testament to their own growth and resilience. Bayer Leverkusen entered the final with an impressive record, having been behind by 2 goals 4 times this season without losing any of those matches. However, Wednesday night, Ademola Lookman at Atalanta proved too formidable. Lookman's first goal came from cleverly worked moves, following a corner with Davis Apacosta dribbling into the box and picking out the Nigerian forward at the back post, which boosted Atalanta's confidence and the pressed with such intensity against Leverkusen. His second goal, a right-footed curler after cutting inside, helped to further increase Atalanta's morale and cemented the Italian team's dominance. The Super Eagles star's hat-trick was completed in the second half with a thunderous strike into the top corner, following a swift counter-attack and a perfectly timed pass from Gianluca Scamacca.
They're unbeaten. Atalanta will come out of the traps and they'll go for goals, and we know what.
Evening, Lindsay. Evening, everyone. So
we finished in the bottom half of the second. This is Zappacosta. Lookman! Atalanta take the lead. 12 minutes gone. He just tiptoed up on the blind side. Possession. Here's Lookman again. Oh, he scored again. Brilliantly taken by Ademola Lookman. By Leverkusen. changes and gave up possession once more. Talic. Now Lookman. Oh, he fooled Tapsoba there. Played in by Coke Mainers, but
وأنت لست حاسما والمنافس حاسما والمنافس مرعبا الله.
Lookman's performance not only sealed the victory but hedged his name in the Europa League history. While Alonso kept his best strikers, Victor Boniface and Patrick Schick, on the bench until the second half, Gasperini unleashed his Nigerian import from the start, making the high pressing, combined with Lookman's clinical finishing, a night to remember for Atalanta's fans. Ademola's Lookman's first goal made him the third Nigerian to score in the final of the Europa League, while his second goal got him into the record books as the first African to score twice in the finals of a European club competition. Ademola Lookman was born in England on 20th October 1997 and is a professional footballer who plays as a winger for Serie A club, Atalanta, and also for the Nigerian national team. Lookman made his senior debut in 2015, playing as a forward for Charlton Athletic. He signed for Everton in January 2017, where he played mainly as a winger. He has represented England from under-19 to under-21 levels. Lookman made his debut for Nigeria on 25th March 2022 in their scoreless draw with Ghana as part of the third round of the African section of qualification for the 2022 FIFA World Cup. He was later named the Nigerian squad for the 2023 African Cup of Nations held in Ivory Coast and scored both goals for Nigeria in their 2-0 win over Cameroon in the round of 16 before scoring their only goal in a 1-0 win over Angola in the quarter-final. Sadly, Nigeria lost the finals 1-2 to Ivory Coast. Lookman and the rest of the Nigerian team were named members of the Order of the Niger in recognition of their AFCON performance. Eunice Ella is reporting for Clevy News Desk.